King Bone haunts my life now. All I want to do is just yell King Bone.
Huh. Welcome back to another episode of Deep Fried Dice. We're back here with Among Us for the third storyline that we're on, episode 3. It's very exciting.
Ooh.
All right, my co-hosts have nothing to say.
I thought you'd be happy with us not giggling like idiots.
Yeah, we're trying to, be professional here.
That's
Not interrupting you, just letting you go.
Yeah, not laughing like a
You're
kookaburra.
welcome.
Yeah.
But I paused. I didn't say so.
See, just when you wanted to expect it, we change on you.
God fucking damn it. So we pick back up at the end of the last episode. They had just found a alien communications device of a strange alien that wasn't concordant, wasn't sprawl, definitely wasn't human. I guess
Was an
by the
asshole.
definition of the word alien. But it was some asshole.
Yeah.
And
Some asshole who was also a catfisher and a demon.
Yes.
he wasn't a catfisher.
He
may have
was.
been
That's
a
what
demon, who
happened,
knows?
Anthony.
That's not what happened.
That's exactly
You guys
what
write
happened.
your own goddamn stories as
Yes.
you go.
We do. We actually do.
Oh my god. You guys have fanfic of your own stories that you're going
We're
through.
the only ones.
Yeah.
There's no one else.
We have headcanons and fanfic and... Oh, we haven't really gotten to fan art yet. We're all busy.
Yet.
So they had just finished an investigation in Bodie, California, where they had to investigate a rogue agent, Emily Dixon, and they went with her partner, Linda Coleman.
Yes.
And they found communications devices that were sending out signals that would open up a channel, a portal basically between worlds, which would be a whole lot of nonsense and a whole lot of bad.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we pick back up probably just a few days later as Walt and Wes find themselves up on the flotilla, where Walt waits for his internal investigation, which is to begin in just a few minutes.
Nice.
Oh. Is Wes there?
Are you
Yeah.
there for,
Okay.
moral support?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, you guys sit outside the building.
Okay. The room. I think
On the-
we're
well, remember,
outside
these
the
are the
building.
What is a building? What a big room.
The
Yeah.
flotilla consists of city ships, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I
So
just,
yes, it is a building.
I took it as that we were waiting outside in space on a bench. They have
Hell
to
yeah.
open the airlock for us.
So you guys wait outside the building on one of the city ships.
Yes.
And you know that you're set to meet with Ken for another mission in just a few hours.
Ken. Yes.
You know, your supervisor.
Mm-hmm.
Likely story.
Yeah, likely story. Ken, if that is his real name.
Wes, come on, please. Do you know how to keep anything on the down low?
I didn't say that out loud. You can't read my mind yet.
Yet.
Man, I don't know. Some wacky shit's already happened.
Yeah, good point. We interact with some sprawl technology, then we're forever mind linked, and that's
Oh,
bad.
Jesus.
That's bad.
That's bad.
That's
That's real bad.
That's
I don't think
bad.
either of us would be happy with that situation. Alright, so we're sitting out, waiting, I guess, for Walt to be called on.
Yeah.
Do things seem like positive outlook?
Is
Do you
this
think-
just routine, or is everyone
Yeah, or
somber?
Do they seem real mad?
It seems to be mostly routine. Some people may have been mad that you've met on the flotilla, but nobody who's been in a part of the investigation.
Like they're
Just
mad
like
we
you
met?
you may have run into like someone who knew Peter or something.
Oh, okay.
You know.
Ooh.
Did Peter have family?
Probably.
Oh, I hope
He had
not.
a mom and a dad.
I hope not.
And aunties and uncles. Who knows?
Can we establish right now he was an orphan with no familial ties?
He had no friends, no pets, and no family.
Nope. You guys don't know any of that.
Fuck. No. Fuck.
But for the most part, it does seem routine.
Okay.
You know, like, the details of it have gotten out a little, as it tends to do, but you may have encountered, like I said, like a friend of Peter's who wasn't happy with you. That's about it. As far as anybody who's actually on board the investigation, it seems to be mostly routine.
Okay.
Alright then.
And Ken really doesn't seem to care. Like, he's
I
just,
bet
he's
he
just,
doesn't.
he's just continuing to, like, send agents out and, you know, do his job.
I guess
Almost
you
robotic.
wouldn't mind Peter being dead.
These narratives.
You planted this seed, Anthony.
I know.
This is at least in part your fault.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah,
So how
we're
long
waiting.
is it till Walt's called in? Are they, like, leaving him out there to sweat?
Did they give us like, oh yeah, it'll take about maybe a week, or like, oh yeah, we'll get it done in like a day?
Well, this is the first hearing, and it will probably, well, it's probably not the end of it. These things
Okay.
tend to
Take a
stretch
while.
on.
Alright.
Man.
But usually it doesn't really impede your everyday. It's just
Okay.
kind of, I have to be at the courthouse again.
Ah.
You wait outside, you check your watch, and, 10 a.m. rolls by. That's when you were supposed to
Oh
go
yeah.
in.
I'm. This is like waiting for the doctor.
Is Walt nervous?
I think he's as nervous as anyone is to like go to court, but he's provided a well-documented report for this mission. I wouldn't say he's confident in that he made the right decision, but we'll just go with that. I guess he's just mainly nervous because he's gonna have to talk to like people who may or may not decide it's fate.
Yeah, well, I have all the faith in you.
What's the like protocol if you're like fired or something? Do you just like they just erase
Do they
your
take
mind?
you out back?
Do they take you out back? Like, what's the procedure
Do they
there?
send you a farm?
So, you don't exactly know. The Concordant has only been around for as long as the Greys have been here, and that's been like 8 months or something like that.
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly the number.
I think it was like a year or something.
It's something like that, a little
Roughly.
less, I think. Definitely not enough time for point agents to retire.
Well, we're not talking about retiring here.
Yeah,
we're talking
no.
about retiring.
I know you're not, but that'd be the easiest way to see what
Yeah.
happens.
I
Are
think
they
they have
gonna
a
pull
protocol in place already.
Yeah,
Are they gonna pull
you just
like
don't
an
know what it is.
Emily? Yeah. Are they
I
gonna
don't
pull
like
like an
that.
Emily Dixon and then just put us out in the world and like, hey, go catch that fella?
Oh no, that's an all new conspiracy I had not previously considered.
Like when they're fed up with an agent, they send them out on a mission, but then they send other agents after them saying they were rogue.
Yeah.
Oh no, I hate that. Oh no.
There's a conspiracy right there.
Yeah, oh god. I'm gonna be wearing a tinfoil hat by the end of this.
But yeah, Walt's kind of got like those kind of thoughts in his head, like what does being fired mean? All that kind of stuff.
Do you
He's
get to
probably
keep the
thinking-
camera?
Yeah, I think he knows he's not going to be able to keep him, but he's like, oh, maybe I can get like.
It's funny, it's be like, you can't keep the camera. You can keep the gun, but give us the camera.
Well, the gun's Walt, isn't it?
Please. Yeah, he's probably thinking like, oh, what kind of job could I get after this?
You're all like, dang, the war is over.
He's like, oh, I did have a position at the newspaper that was open to me. Maybe I can go there, or like something like that.
So eventually, more time passes. It gets to be about 10:15 or so. Eventually, the door that you sit in front of opens up, and a man in a suit
Typical.
pokes his head out and calls out, Walter Bork Black.
Yep. And then he gets up and he walks towards the man.
Wes gives him a thumbs up.
Don't.
And he
Walt,
holds
Walt gives him like no.
He stands outside holding the door open for you. You can't help but see under his jacket the gun holster.
Oh,
no.
yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. Everyone's got one of those, except fucking Wes.
I am sure I am not the only person on this fucking base without a gun.
You've got a bag of rocks, or at least you're gonna implement a bag.
I don't have a
He
bag of
doesn't
rocks. That's
actually
not
have-
canon.
I know, but you should
I have
implement
like a
it.
pocket knife.
You have a pocket knife.
Yeah, I have
And
a pocket
I mean,
knife.
and there's probably always a ceiling brace to tackle
Oh no.
to take out the bad guys.
Improvise, bitch.
Alright, yes, I enter the room.
You enter the building and you're led down a few halls, eventually to a room. Then he opens it up, ushering you in. As you enter, you note that it's not really it's not a courtroom or anything like that. It's not very big. It's just this room with a table in there, and there are a few individuals in there.
Is it like the room that Irish guy was in?
Yeah.
On a meta
Yes.
level, I want to know. For picture.
On a meta level, yeah, a little. I mean, it's a similar framework. It's a little more well lit. It's less an interrogation room, whereas that's the one that he was held in. It was more of an interrogation thing by point agents. So you're led in. It's fairly well lit. You see a stenographer off to the side,
Oh, that's nice.
and you
They'll
see a chair.
record your final moments.
Shut up, Elliot.
You're just gonna execute him right there.
I think, that's probably what's going through Wes's mind. Like, oh my god, it's like...
The person on the other side of the table asks you to take a seat, and I assume you do.
Yeah.
You take a seat in the one seat that's there, and he asks, "Do you want some coffee, Walt?"
No thanks, I've already had my cup of joe.
He nods, pours himself a cup. There's like a table off to the side with like a coffee machine and all that. It's not a bad room. It's even warm in there.
Suspicious. Room's too nice.
Room's too nice. This is like, they're pampering you before they kill you off.
God, that idea. Just the execution. The last words the executioner said. Say hi to your brother for me.
Oh my god, what?
Oh no. And he takes off his mask and it's Peter.
Dun dun dun. Alright. But you sit down, he kind of sips on his coffee a bit. So tell me, how long did you know Peter Kuznetsov?
Oh, well, I knew about him for about, maybe 24 hours. I had not met the man until I had entered the colony house, or the colonial house.
What did you find there?
Well, not previously, but outside of the house, on the riverbank, we found sprawl technology. Stuff that,
But
like...
in the house, what did you find in the house?
In the house, we found several Peters and several...
And what do you mean by several Peters?
I mean, there was more than one walking around that house. We met a Peter. We met then a second Peter. I think we met like a third Peter. Lots of Peters. I think there was also like 2 Yonders in the house. I even heard...
And Yonder was the 4th agent.
Yes, Yonder was our 4th agent. We found him dead earlier, in an earlier part of the mission, just a few hours before we went into the mansion.
And he's kind of like just making notes and stuff. Did you know Peter well?
No. Like I said, I had not met the man until I was in into the house. I want to call it a mansion.
So then tell me, Walt, why would you murder a man you hardly knew?
Oh, God! Give me a moment. At that point in time, I considered every single entity in that house a potential sprawl agent. And Peter wasn't able to, I would say, prove himself to not be an agent of the sprawl. At least to me or my partner, Wes.
Don't involve me in this.
You're gonna get involved, you dumb.
Damn it.
You were there.
And what about Wes? How could you trust him?
I didn't. Like I said, as soon as I entered that house, any and all entities were considered sprawl agents. Potential sprawl agents. Wes... We did, when we entered the house and we discovered that there were multiples, and that ourselves were included in those multiples, we kind of marked ourselves with the palm of our hand, just with a bit of pen marker. But even then, that was just to prove that that was the Wes that entered the house with me. And, well, there was no way to prove that, at least at the time, that he wasn't a sprawl agent that had been with me for the entire investigation.
I see. And what exactly was that device? Do you know?
No. After the death of, I'm going to say it, real Peter, we were still conversing with a copy of Peter, or a sprawl agent Peter, and he wanted us to turn off the machine as he was keeping up his act, but we never were told what it was doing or what its real purpose was, or I would believe all the lies that we were told by Peter were in fact lies. So I have no clue what the machine was in fact doing.
Interesting. Now tell me, what happened last night at that party? Now we go to the party.
Yay!
Oh, shit.
Party time!
Oh shit.
All right. So you two have pretty much just gotten back from your mission down in Bodie when Ken called you to his office.
Oh boy.
And he gave you another mission.
Oh.
Immediately, yeah.
Wow.
Because
Did we have time to report?
There was no travel time, and he just said, give me the report at your leisure, basically.
Oh, okay. I'll just delay that as much as I can.
Yeah, Wes is like, he's never getting that report.
Because something else came up, and they needed a couple of agents to be on it really quickly. There was a party. There's like a gala, basically, a fundraising event.
Oh, hell yeah, gala!
Fancy suits!
That's my shit!
It's my jam!
I love a good gala.
There's like a fundraising gala being held on one of the city ships. And this is, at this point, like a couple days before your investigation begins.
Okay.
The scene that we just left off on.
Mm-hmm.
You guys, at this point, are on your way to the gala with the knowledge that you are being sent to investigate a suspicious individual who has very recently come under scrutiny by the Concordant by the name of Evelyn Nilsson.
Evelyn Nilsson.
She's a fundraising manager, and she's never really sparked an interest until very recently when certain funds were transferred and they didn't know why or where they came from.
Oh, we're doing like money laundering. Okay.
It's up to you guys to determine what exactly she's doing. And they're sending point agents because, well, she's a high-profile target in her world, at least. And she does have a lot of money. Mm-hmm. And, well, she's up here on the flotilla, so she obviously knows.
Oh, she's
stuff.
here. Okay.
Yeah, we're going to a gala, a fancy-ass gala, where she's, like, in attendance.
The gala is for a old war hero, a gray hero who you haven't ever, well, you never knew, obviously.
Yeah.
Is he dead?
He died on the pilgrimage to Earth, but he's regarded as being one of the greatest war heroes in recent history for the Greys. His name was Kaz, and he basically he was known for fighting off the sprawl.
Heroing?
Yeah, heroing. Heroing against the sprawl.
Okay.
And basically allowing the flotilla to get away and eventually make it to Earth.
Oh.
Without the sprawl knowing.
A cool dude. Okay.
Yeah.
In theory. I mean, he could have been like a real dick, but...
Like, he did some good shit, so, like, you know.
But he did some good shit.
Yeah.
And now he's getting a gala thrown in his honor.
What is he gonna gala? Dead.
Well, Wes, when you
I'm alive.
die...
I've never gotten a gala.
Wes, when you die, we'll make sure your funeral is a gala.
Oh, no, please don't. I think Wes actually really hates galas.
Oh, no!
But Elliot loves galas.
I love fancy parties!
Hell yeah!
Yeah. Awesome. You guys arrive, and are you guys in fancy suits?
You fucking know he is.
Like,
I thought he
like
didn't
more
like galas!
But he can pretend, and he knows how to go to a gala.
Hell yeah. So, tuxedo.
Yeah.
Yeah. More than a suit.
Russ grew up a witch boy. A witch boy? Fuck me! I'm leaving. I'm gonna cut out my tongue and live in a fucking cave.
Whoa!
Shut up! Shut up!
Wes is a witch boy.
A
witch boy.
Don't make fun of my speech impediment. Cut this out, Anthony.
Absolutely not.
He grew up a rich boy.
Yes.
And he knows how to be fancy. Is what I wanted to say.
Yes. So so your pod arrives and opens up.
Go on.
What's your problem now?
No, I'm still laughing.
I just remembered the conversation.
The one that happened 20 seconds ago? Oh my god.
Basically.
Okay.
Keep talking. Ignore my laughter.
Keep going.
So the pod arrives and it opens up, and if this were a TV show, you know, we'd see our two main characters nicely dressed in their tuxedos as they come out.
I definitely asked Wes, like, what the fuck do you wear to a gala?
Wes definitely helped him.
Because,
Okay.
Walt did not grow up a witch boy.
I hate you, and I'll kill you.
Fight me in Australia.
I will.
I don't think Americans are capable of doing a king of hits. Like, go fucking ahead.
Okay. Go on. Please.
But you look out and see in the ship that you guys have docked with, or the part of this city ship, it docked pretty much directly to the event, and you see a very large ballroom open with different levels to it where people are on.
Mm-hmm.
There's nice music playing in the background. You see all sorts of people wandering about, conversing, just having, you know, there are some people dancing to the music in the middle of the ballroom. There's a stand with all of the gourmet platters all set out.
Ooh.
Hors d'oeuvres.
Are they like human
indeed.
food and alien food, or is it like a mix?
Yeah, there's like a mix.
What's alien food
For the
like?
most part, your guys' like biologies, although they aren't identical, they're similar enough to where you guys eat pretty much the same stuff.
Okay,
for
cool.
simplicity's sake.
Cool.
Yeah, it kind of is. It's one of those in this setting. It's there's often those moments of like, oh, they're actually not that much different.
Yeah.
Yeah, just they came from another planet, and now they live with us.
And they look scary as hell.
Yeah.
You see them in a
Yeah.
dark room.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're a little scary, but you know, you can adapt to that.
I mean, they're modeled after the classic, like, you know, gray men.
Yeah, they got big heads and big eyes, and they're big and gray.
Yeah.
So it's a big fancy gala. Do we know anybody else who's going to be here? Any significant people, I guess, to be aware of?
Not specifically. You know that Ken isn't going to be there.
Of
He's
course
busy.
not. Of course he is.
Suspicious.
He's a busy boy.
Likely story.
Also much suspicion. You guys listening missed it, but right before we started the episode, we were talking about how they did not give the letter that they found on Real Peter to Ken.
That's right. We should brief them all.
Ever
out.
since we've had that conversation, whenever Ken comes up, there's just mumbled suspicions. Likely story. Ken Gunderson.
Yeah, essentially,
That sounds like a fake name.
Anthony has pitted us against our supervisor, so if you're wondering why we're like,
I don't
sound
think
suspicious,
Anthony needed to do any work to do that.
Yeah.
he planted the seed, and that's it.
So where do you guys go?
Are there other like point agents there who are just having a fun time and aren't
So
there for
we're
work?
here, I want to get this completely clear. We're here to monitor her or figure out what's up with her.
Yeah, get any information that you possibly can on Evelyn Nilsson in any way that you can.
Well,
Is
then
this
I'm going to
gala-
grab a glass of wine and mingle.
Okay.
Is this gala at like her house, or is it like we rented this whole?
Yeah, this is
for
her
this?
personal home. She's one of the few humans who owns like complete property.
Nice. All right.
Heist!
Up on
Heist!
the
Heist!
peninsula.
Heist!
And it's a
How many
and it's a big
floors?
Heist! Heist!
How many
Heist!
floors?
How many floors? Yeah, 2, 3.
Well, this is kind of a grand hall, but there's probably about 3 floors
Okay.
from what you can tell.
All right. Did I suppose before they sent us here, was I able to get any information on the building? Just like a general, how many rooms? What area does she spend her time
Probably,
in?
yeah.
Okay,
Why
yeah.
don't you roll?
I will. I want to know how many rooms and like where her main rooms would be, like the places where she has her personal garbage, if anyone
Okay.
knows.
Yeah, let's.
You mean the rubbish bin outside?
No. I mean garbage as in stuff she owns. God.
All right, let's roll contacts.
Boy, that's a D4.
Oh!
There's a reason the skill exists.
Yeah. Why didn't I put any points into that?
So it's gonna be based
Don't
off of
idiot.
contacts. What else?
Would identity apply?
Yeah,
Okay. This isn't going to be a great roll. Could I add grifter to it? Or intuitive?
definitely not intuitive, but why grifter?
Because learning about
Heist.
people to steal from them, technically.
I'll buy it.
Okay. Hell yeah. All right.
You can add that to your pool.
Hell yeah, D8. All right.
But intuitive is specifically for like people.
Yeah. Well, that's why I was asking, because she's a person, but yeah, it's a bit too vague.
Can I find out she's not actually a person?
Yeah. Ooh. What a good conspiracy.
Oh, so many conspiracies.
I will kill you, dice.
Did you? No. Wait a minute, Elliot.
D4 rolled a 1. Oh. It's the same dice that rolled a 1 last time. That goes in the box.
Let's add another D8 to the conspiracy.
No.
So I rolled a 5 and a 7 on the other 2 dice, which are the ones I'm taking, obviously.
I hate this.
Which
so 12.
I hate this.
Yes, that's a
We need to stop feeding him.
12 versus 12.
Oh no.
Meets it beats it, right?
I think so, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
If only it were
no, for
the
you.
other way.
Oh, I did? Okay.
Yeah.
Yay.
Okay. You gathered information beforehand using a very light network of contacts.
Mm-hmm.
Or just trying to get into contact with people.
Yeah.
And you picked up that her house is a veritable mansion, larger than most even would be on Earth.
Oh, man.
At least available to the common person. This is more along the lines of what you'd expect, like a dictator in like Venezuela.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Just in terms of size. It's just something that
It's ridiculous.
and you don't know how a fundraising manager has it.
Yeah, okay, well I'm very
That's what she
suspicious
does.
of this now.
So it's very, very large. You have the ballroom that your pod connected to, but also there's a very large foyer, there's large living quarters, there's 3 stories to it, and it's all immaculately decorated. And the piece of information that you took out from all of this is, yes, she does obviously have living quarters, as well as a room. Oh wait, how do I describe this?
A study?
Office?
A plotting room?
Lounge?
Plotting room.
A scheming room.
A dungeon?
Conspiracy room.
A dungeon.
One dungeon for pleasure, one dungeon for pain.
No! I hate it!
That's so good. She has her living quarters, not a dungeon for pleasure or pain, but she does have a few offices.
Okay,
Oh,
do I know where they're located?
How
In general.
many offices does a person need?
Well, it depends upon what you're doing.
Okay, so she has a conspiracy office, a scheming office, normal management office.
Or just an office for fun.
Yeah, for pleasure,
That's
not
all
for
the
pain.
information you've gotten. But you do in that all of that information, you did get a hold of some like blueprints of the place, and
Oh, fuck yeah, I'm studying
and you
the
kind of
hell
just
out them.
memorized those.
Did
Yeah,
they like
okay.
Or
cordon
tried
off
your best to memorize.
with like fancy rope? Like, yeah, you can't go past this point.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Oh, well. Alright.
There's a few areas beyond the ballroom that you can get to, but
Okay. So, I'm, for the moment, mingling with wine. With people while I'm with wine.
So
okay. Is there anything you're trying to accomplish with the mingling, or just kind of like
I
idly
guess,
doing this?
like, trying...
information.
Yeah, trying to get, like, gossip about her.
Ooh,
You
blackmailer.
know? Catty gossip.
Catty gossip? Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me a general question that you're asking. This doesn't have to be directly
Jesus.
what you're asking them, but like give me a framework to give you information for.
I guess I just want to know any juicy rumors about her.
Yeah, like, oh,
But
I
that's-
seen
but,
her
like,
kissing,
Yeah, like specific
smooching.
questions. Yeah, or
Okay, so
Yeah.
you're rumor mongering.
yeah, how
Yeah.
maybe like about the fancy house. Like, why is the house so fancy? How on
Yeah.
earth did she get this fancy house? I don't have a fancy house like that.
Your point, Aiden.
Even though I grew up a witch boy.
I will kill you.
You're closer to Anthony than you are to me, so
This
that's
goes
possible.
on the list, Anthony.
Go ahead and roll influence.
Oh boy, I'm not great at that either. Oh, yes, I am. Wait, no, I'm not. Why am I not
You're
good
a
at influence? Why am I not any good at this?
You should
Well,
have a D10.
influence? Oh my god, I was looking at interface.
Oh my god.
I'm dumb, and I hate everything. I know I just rolled this, but I would say identity again, because this is what I do.
Yeah.
This is my... I mean, I wouldn't call it a job, because no one pays me for it. Could I add Grifter to this, too, or...
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Either of you roll ones.
Oh no, Elliot. Elliot, no.
What'd you roll?
I
Elliot,
rolled
no.
a 9, an 8, and a...
Oh.
Oh,
Again.
I mean, you got a 17, but...
It's the white dice! My white dice keep fucking me! The whole set's gonna end up in this box.
Calm down.
No!
All right,
It's serious
as you
business.
ask about trying to figure out exactly how she made her money, a lot of people have like ideas like, oh, she's so good at her job. She's, she networks like nobody else can. And you get the feeling there's some truth to that.
Mm-hmm.
But the biggest thing you pick up from everybody is that nobody really knows for sure exactly how. A lot of people are just kind of like lost in the fanciness.
That's easily done. Easily done.
And so what is Walt doing as Wes mingles?
So is this gala a fundraising event?
Yes, it is.
So
It's a fundraiser as well as just a general celebration of this war hero.
Oh yeah, it's the war hero. I completely forgot.
And she's throwing it.
Are there a lot of, like, influential people here?
You get the feeling that yes, there are, but you don't know any of them.
Yeah, I don't, just, like,
They're like, oh, did you, as you're mingling, you hear things like, oh, did you hear that Catherine Banks is over there?
Catherine Banks?
Who's Catherine?
Yeah, exactly. You just fake it. You don't know who that is.
Yeah, but I am faking it. I just repeat things back to them.
I was gonna...
even Jeff Kings is here.
Jeff Kings?
What?
You're kidding. I didn't think he'd be somewhere like this.
I was gonna go the whole, like, photographer route, where it's like, oh, I'm just taking photos for, like, the website or whatever. I don't know
The website.
I don't know what they would have done in Alien 1947. Like, would they have newspapers? Would it just be like a news site, but like on an iPad?
In the alien world, like I established before, there's like personal like news tablets and stuff. Like Emily had one, remember? And it's now locked up.
Yeah.
Along with the other device.
Along with all her sex.
Yes.
But I might not go. I know this is scandalous, but I might go the photographer route. Because I just don't want to spook anyone, and Walt isn't quite as comfortable in this situation. Like, he's more comfortable being in a colonial house surrounded by Peters and shooting them than he is currently in this gala. So
what does Walt do? Because Wes isn't by his side at this point.
Yeah,
Wes has gone off.
I know.
He's very
I've
comfortably
abandoned
mingling.
him.
you have, in fact, abandoned him. I guess he kind of just heads to the hors d'oeuvre table, gets like one or two, and then he kind of just acts like a lurker. He's kind of like on the edges of the party. He's eating his hors d'oeuvres. He'll talk to anyone who comes up to him, but he's like not putting out those vibes that he's much of a talker.
Yeah. And so, are you just, would you say, observing everything?
Yes, I am observing.
Keeping your eye out?
Yeah, I am.
Go ahead and make that roll.
Oh,
then.
okay. And I would say that my observing is maybe focusing on Evelyn Nilsson.
You haven't seen her yet.
Oh, we haven't seen her yet. Okay, well then I'm looking for her.
You haven't identified her.
Fuck, did we?
Do
not
we
get,
know what
like...
she looks like?
Did we not get a photo?
Yes.
Oh, okay. God.
You just haven't seen her.
We just haven't seen her. Okay. You said observe, right?
Yep.
Identity.
Identity could work. I would say like trust maybe.
Trust. Okay. All right. Trust.
Either one.
All right. I get trust. And I don't think private investigator, glitch in the system, or important friends really count.
Important friends could if you want. You might know somebody
I
here.
might know somebody who then comes up to try and talk to me. Yeah, why not?
You can choose not to, or you can add it in a good way or a bad way.
Let's spice up life, huh? Okay. Oh shit. Thank God I don't have a 1.
Someone here has to roll well.
It's because I got new
I got
dice.
14.
I got a 14.
Oh, lots of meats tonight.
Alright.
As you stand over to the side kind of awkwardly, just eating the hors d'oeuvre, which that's my role in a party.
Same.
Just awkwardly stand off to the side until somebody talks to me. And then I'm happy to talk, but like... But as you stand off to the side, kind of trying to avoid everything, but keeping an eye open, particularly for Evelyn, but also anyone else you may know, a couple of things catch your eye. One, in one of the windows, which, well, actually a very large window, overlooking space. You know,
The space
this
window!
like gorgeous view. It's a space window, and you can even see like the crest of Earth taking up like a third of the window.
Oh wow. Okay, it's a real pretty picture.
Oh yeah, real pretty picture. And you probably take a picture.
Am I close to it?
I mean, you're close enough. It's a giant window.
Well, then yeah, I'll take a picture.
Okay. As you look through the lens of the picture and snap off, something does catch your eye. You would have missed it, but it kind of like floats out there in space.
Oh no.
Oh no!
And
Is it
I don't
Peter's dead
like
body? Am I having like a hallucination?
No.
Oh, okay.
Is
it
you see
the
something
demon?
that you're not sure exactly. You're not sure exactly what it is, but you see something kind of catch the light of the,
Is it
the
a
sun
bomb?
bouncing off of Earth. Jesus, shut up!
Sorry.
The light kind of catches on something that's floating out there just as it passes by, and kind of floats in front of Earth, catching the light of the sun bouncing off of the planet. And you just see this like glimmer of something out there. It looks kind of crystalline just there, and it kind of like taps against the window.
Oh yeah,
once.
well that's close.
Floats.
Is it like piloting? Is it like it's moving on its own?
You don't know. It's something that caught the light and glimmered for like a moment as it like tapped against the window very lightly. Nobody even looks up and sees it or anything. Nobody's really looking up there except for you.
Did
with
I
your camera.
get a photo of it?
Yeah.
Okay, keeping that.
I will say that
Alright.
yes, you did catch a photo of it, so you can look back on it later and zoom in.
Go into like Photoshop.
Enhance.
Enhance. That doesn't have enhance. Okay.
But as you snap off the picture and kind of look up and kind of question like what could that be, you get a clap on your shoulder.
Oh, okay. Walt definitely like jumped a little. He's like, he's like, ah.
And you hear Walt, I never expected to see you here. You still informing? Point.
Who is this Anthony?
And-
Please tell me.
Yes. And you turn around and you see a man who you've communicated with. He's given you a lot of information. He's a manufacturer up here
Oh, okay.
of like kind of basic things, everyday things. And his name is Horace.
Horace. So he's alien
Yes, he is.
manufacturer.
Although right now he looks human.
Mm.
But you know that he's one of the greats.
Yeah.
Does his human guys look like?
His human guys probably looks like a
I'm imagining a big mustache.
Give him a mustache.
yeah, big
Yes,
mustache.
Yes.
big mustache, kind of like slightly portly, but not like
Yes.
super overweight.
Yes.
You know, full head of jet black hair,
Oh.
kind of European features.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Like I'm thinking like Italian.
Ah, okay.
It's
yeah.
Mario.
Yeah.
It's
It's Mario. Does
Mario's
No, I'm
bald,
kidding. It
isn't
have
he?
a brother?
It doesn't look like Mario.
Okay.
No, Mario has a full head of hair.
Yeah,
Oh
he
fuck, that's
does.
right. It's because of the hat.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Oh,
hat.
that'd be
Mario.
horrifying. Of Mario bald.
Why would it be horrifying? What do you mean?
I'm
it's
just
bald
imagining
then?
like
maybe-
the comb over bald, where he's like pretending.
Oh
he's
no,
not.
that's not what I was
yeah.
talking about.
That's what I imagined. Anyway, he doesn't look like Mario at all.
Oh.
But he asks you, how's it been going? Are you still an informant? Are you still helping out point cells?
Oh, Harris. Actually, no. Horace, sorry. Oh, hi, Horace. Didn't expect to see you here.
Yeah, same. Definitely say the same. This Evelyn, a human, I never expected her to be interested in our culture.
Oh, well, your culture's very lovely.
You don't have to pretend to know anything about it, Walt.
Thank you, Horace. I'm just, not really that much of a gala kind of person.
I understand. Hey, he points to the food that you're holding. Those any good?
Oh, yeah, no, they're great. They're at the table around the corner.
Well, it's good seeing you. He claps you on the back and goes to get some for himself.
Oh man.
God. And that's how Walt holds himself in a conversation, children.
And at this point, somebody else does come up to you. Someone you don't recognize.
Oh, no.
A man. And he comes up to you. Walter extends a hand to shake.
Hello. And then I shake his hand and may I ask, what's your name?
Jerry Lynn.
Jerry Lynn.
Well, I have an appointment with you in just a couple days.
Oh, are you part of the, investigation?
Yeah, but don't worry about it. It's really mostly a formality.
Oh, okay. Thank you for, reassuring me.
He could be lying,
Shh. 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 Shh.
I'm not there. You can't shush me.
It's always nice to meet an agent without a table between us.
I would say the same. Yeah, it's nice nice to actually see another agent when you're not in the field, or you're not trying to...
They're not on the end of your gun.
Shut up. And you're not trying to pass reports. How are you enjoying the gala so far?
It's fine. It's not really my thing.
Oh, same, honestly. Much prefer being in the field than this.
Definitely understand. Somebody's got to come and say, Ken couldn't make it.
Yes, exactly.
He's very sorry.
Yes, exactly.
I bet he couldn't make it.
Oh, yes, well, we finished another mission pretty quickly, so we were free, and we said we'd happily do it for Ken, so...
So you're here on a mission? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, no. I mean, I guess the mission is here to say, oh, Ken's not coming, but, that's about it.
I understand.
Good recovery.
Thank you.
Well, it was good to see you. Or it's good to meet you, I should say. If you see Evelyn around, well, give her my regards. She's a tough one to find, though.
Oh, I will. And it's a pleasure to meet you as well.
Nods to you.
Fucking nod back.
Heads off. He kind of walks off, and Horace walks by.
Oh no, he's back!
With a mouthful. No, he just walks by you with like a mouthful of what
God.
he was saying. He's like, "Oh, you're right. You're good."
Oh.
He's such a nice guy too when you know him.
Yeah.
Because you've used him as like a he's been a contact, and he always has some really good information, being on the end of manufacturing things.
But half of his information is sprawled in between just personal stories, and you can't you have to pay attention to them because he's giving you invaluable information, but he's also telling you about how his niece made a radio or whatever, and he's so proud.
Yeah.
And you're like, please.
Exactly.
Please.
That's the kind of guy Horace is.
Walt's he's like, I've done 2 conversations in the past 2 minutes. I'm good.
And Wes has been mingling this whole
Wes
time.
is
So
on his 51st.
Yeah, what happens now that you've got your kind of information, Wes? What are you doing at this point?
Well, Wes is keeping an eye out, I guess, for Evelyn or anything suspicious, but I think his general plan, and I assume he told Walt he wanted to do this, discussed it, is to try and sneak off at some point.
Oh,
I one of the upper levels.
I
assume we discussed this.
You know what? We'll probably hey, when we get there, we should probably, and then you start oh, I'm definitely going to, and then we're oh, same plan.
Yeah. Yeah. Wes is, I guess, giving enough time to mingle and just be around, and then he wants to try and make his way upstairs.
Do you meet up together to make your way upstairs, or?
Ooh, are we doing a solo mission? Wes is going up to investigate.
I'd find another way.
And somehow Walt has to
investigate
entertain all
Walt
these
could
people.
Cover. Walt could be a distraction.
He's so awkward.
That's a distraction.
This is the wrong combination to do this, but I reckon we should push forward with it.
I mean, I'm fine either way. What's the plan?
I think you've done your mingling. You've made your presence known, so that if you've got an alibi, I was at the gala. I was on the foyer the entire time. So I reckon if you've made yourself enough of an alibi, you should go for it if you've got the opportunity.
Okay. Then yes, I'm gonna try and sneak up to. I guess my main destination is to whatever office I think is her main office, or her bedroom.
Why do you...
Or her
So
bedroom.
you're going off on solo missions, right?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead, since you're trying to sneak off from the party. Go ahead and roll your discretion.
Okay. It's a D6.
Discretion?
Yeah. It's a
Don't
D6.
you have a D8?
Oh yeah, it is. I can't read.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a D8.
This is apparent.
And this is why I have your character sheet in
Yeah,
front of me.
yeah. Trust maybe that I can get through this, and that also that Walt will cover for me.
I'll just say
Okay,
you're on the
so
toilet.
does that challenge your statement at all?
Trust? Yeah, it would. I would say my statement is, in this sort of world, I worry that the only one I can trust is myself.
Oh, but now you're trusting me.
Yeah. So
Oh,
I'm
boy.
trusting Walt to have my back and cover for me. So what does that do again?
So challenging it triples the amount of dice that you roll for your
Fuck yeah.
value. So you still only roll the 1d8 for discretion, but then you roll 3d8 for trust.
Holy shit. Oh, it's almost all my dice right now.
And then you erase your statement and rephrase it at the end of the scene.
Okay.
But trust is now down a step, so it's a D6 now for the rest of the scene.
Okay.
And then add 1 dot to your challenges
I
on
did.
your character sheet.
Yes. Okay. If any of you roll 1s, I'm going to burn you.
Melt.
Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright. Okay. And I can spend a plot point to add another dice, right?
Yes.
Then I'm going to
And also remember, all of you guys start with three plot points.
Yeah,
Mhm.
each episode, yeah.
And then each of you should have 1 more, I think. No, I think Elliot has 2
2 more plot
Yeah.
points?
Have you been adding them for your 1s?
No, I haven't! I forgot I do that. Okay, so I had 5, now I have 4.
Okay. So remember, whenever you roll a 1 to add a plot point.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Alright, so I'm going to do my 2 6s and a 5. 17.
Okay. Well, that's just an 8, so.
Okay. So I get up there?
You manage to sneak off fairly easily. There is security around, but it's not like a heavily secured place either. You know, they don't really expect that much trouble to go down. It's a gala for a war hero. But there is the basic security that she does have in her mansion. And you manage to sneak off beyond one of the red velvet ropes and walk up to the second story.
Okay.
Of the mansion proper, and on the way you get to the office
I was going for her bedroom, actually.
or bedroom. Okay.
Yes.
Gross. No.
I mean, it's not like I'm gonna go through her underwear drawer, Walt. I'm gonna just... I mean, I might have to, but, like, I'm
Ew.
looking for information.
Ew, gross. Women. Ugh.
That's... Oh no.
Alright.
So you make your way to her bedroom. You don't really encounter much resistance. Like I said, you got past the security guards, most of them stationed over in the ballroom, but it was fairly simple to get past. You like throw a coin, Hitman style.
Yeah.
They get distracted. Like, what was that?
Yeah.
I thought I heard a noise over there.
Must have been the wind.
But you make your way heading toward the bedroom.
Okay.
At this point, before you actually make it to the bedroom, like I'll say, like your hand is on the knob, you hear something.
Is it inside the bedroom?
No, it's a little bit more down the hall and probably in another room, but you hear like a crash.
Oh, you're not the only one doing this.
Oh, no. Okay, well, I'm obviously going to have to try and sneak over there. Or, well, wait, what kind of crash was it?
Was it like a vase or a vase, or was it
Did
like...
a person fall? Did something get knocked over?
It sounded like cupboards got smashed.
Okay.
Not smashed, I'm sorry, that's the wrong word. Cupboards got like bumped into very I guess violently.
Oh.
And like
Okay.
smashed against like hit the side of the wall.
So it didn't sound like an accidental bump?
I mean, probably not.
Sorry,
Right.
I'm going back to dungeon for pain or pleasure.
I'm actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause and I'm going to listen for any other noises. Just for a moment, I want to pause and see if another noise happens.
You wait for a moment and you hear another bump.
A loud bump?
Another fairly loud bump.
Okay, then I'm
Yeah.
going to go over there. I'm going to head into that direction.
All right, you head over to that direction and you stand in front of the door and you know that this is probably one of her offices.
Okay. All right. I press an ear to the door.
Okay. You press your ear to the door. You hear some more bumps and some silence and some bumps and then you hear giggling.
Oh, no.
Oh no!
Oh, come on.
Pain or pleasure?
Ah. Oh, I hear giggling.
Yes. And at this point you're fairly certain that this isn't something horrible.
All right, I'll roll my eyes and head back to the bedroom.
Okay.
my heart has been pounding. I'm like sweating a little, and then I hear this, and it's just like, oh my god.
Yeah, it's just 2 people who snuck off.
God damn it. I mean, I assume
Smooches.
it could be something way worse, but like,
It could have been.
I'm going to go back to her bedroom.
All right, you make your way into the bedroom. Is Walt doing anything in particular at this point?
Not really, other than maybe trying to talk to someone. You know, like, oh, hi. But no, he's not very confident.
Okay. Okay, I like this. This is like dramatic moments with Walt, and then we cut back to just Wes kind of awkwardly at the dinner party.
No, that's wrong. That's the wrong characters, Anthony.
You switched them.
Oh my god.
The
Guys.
W names.
Yeah, your W names. Oh, you guys.
So Walt's awkward.
Yeah, Walt's very awkward.
Walt is awkward, and Wes, you head into the bedroom, hearing no real noises from there. Although you do, as you enter the bedroom, you notice that there is a door that joins between that office.
Oh, and the
That
bedroom?
the two people are fooling around in.
All right, I'm gonna have to be quiet.
You kind of like hear that in the background.
Oh, man.
It's mostly just giggles, you know.
Is it just like a lady giggle, like, or
Yeah, and then like a man's voice being like shh, you know.
oh god.
But you search through the bedroom. What are you searching for?
Literally anything interesting. I'm doing it like as carefully and methodically as I can, putting stuff back as soon as I found it, you know, like trying to put it back as it is. And I'm searching through. Does she have a desk in there, or even like a vanity mirror?
Yeah, there's like a vanity mirror.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm
Not really a desk because
yeah.
she has like 3 offices.
Well, yeah, but I don't know. Maybe she. I don't know.
No, yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. I'm gonna.
It's like a home gaming station.
Yeah.
Big
A
ass
PlayStation,
microphone.
an Xbox, Guitar Hero.
Hell yeah.
Got the drum
Rock
kit?
band
Yeah.
set.
Yeah. I'm gonna start searching drawers. I made a joke about not searching through her underwear drawer, but like,
yeah.
like very
Gross.
carefully and checking like the lining of the mattress. That's probably weird, but you know.
Okay, yeah, no, I know what you mean.
Yeah, under the bed. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah, that's
checking.
where you find the Playboy magazine.
I'm checking all the places I would know people tend to hide things.
Yeah, for sure.
And
You
pocketing
check
any cash.
around for you check around for quite a bit, and you do see like a couple straight 20s.
Yeah. Listen, I want to establish this right now. One of Wes's greatest pleasures in life is stealing from the rich.
Okay.
So he's happily pocketing a couple 20s.
Okay. A couple 20s richer. But you search around in all of those places, not really finding anything in the vanity mirror. There's just everything you would expect there. A whole host of makeup and all of that.
I check in the lipstick tube.
Okay. And you roll the lipstick out, and it's a very nice color, red.
You put it on. You check,
Suspicious.
you check it out in the mirror, like,
No, it doesn't match my skin tone.
Check around in the mattress and everything. You're not really finding anything in particular. And you spend quite a while trying to find something, and it's kind of going through your head. You're like, how am I not finding anything, before it hits you that, like, well, this is her bedroom, and
I just thought she would hide, like...
no, yeah, of course, but because you're not finding anything, it kind of hits you that this is her bedroom and there is an office. And when that hits you, you suddenly realize you haven't heard any noise whatsoever come from the other room.
oh no.
Okay. All right.
For quite a
not
few
good.
minutes, for like the whole time you've been searching.
That's not good. Okay. Okay. I don't hear any noise in there.
No.
Okay.
And all you were hearing before was like the giggling of like foreplay.
Okay. Oh boy.
So it's like,
Well, that's never a
but
good
then
sign no matter
suddenly
what
there's
way you cut
nothing.
it.
They could be having a nap. I'm just saying.
All right. So what I want to do is so there's a door into this office out in the hall, right?
yeah, and
Okay.
in the bedroom.
Okay, well, I'm not going to go through that door because that's weird.
Heyo!
That's even weirder coming in
My
from
name's
bedroom.
Evelyn.
So I'm going to go back out into the hall. Is there anybody out there?
Not in the hall, no.
Okay. No sign of anybody. Before I open the door to the office, I'm going to like... how do I want to describe this? I'm going to make myself look a little disheveled and drunk.
Okay.
Because I want it to be like the idea that like I'm stumbling in here because I'm looking for the bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I'm just not, kind of mess up my hair, untuck my shirt a bit.
You make yourself look all like that.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna open the door.
Okay. You pop open the door, kind of giving yourself the air of somebody who's drunk. You kind of just almost fall through
Yeah.
the door. In control of yourself, obviously.
Yes, of
but
course, yes.
Immediately, you see in there...
Is it a dead body?
2
It
dead
is, on the
bodies.
Son of a
ground.
bitch!
Just one. Just one.
Is it a
Man or
lady?
You see a man there.
All right.
You know, he has like his shirt unbuttoned, but like most of his clothes are still on.
Okay.
They hadn't yet gotten to anything yet.
Okay.
You don't see the woman anywhere.
Is there a sign of a struggle?
You see the body of this man. There isn't really sign of a struggle. You see things like knocked over on the cupboard, but it could have just been them bumping in while they were fooling around.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing that strikes you is not only is he dead, but you see that he is... You
Oh,
see
no.
that his body is decayed.
I'm sorry? I'm
As
sorry,
if-
sir? Repeat that?
As if he's been dead for decades.
Vampire,
Oh my
vampire,
God.
vampire, vampire.
What?
Hey everybody, and thanks so much for listening to this episode of Deep Fried Dice. It really means a lot to us that anybody is listening. Don't forget to subscribe to be notified when we come back next time. And we're on Spotify now, which is actually pretty exciting as of this week. Please leave a comment or review on iTunes or Podbean for a chance to get a shout out on the show, as well as tweeting us at Deep Fried Dice. I'll also give you a shout out there. Big shout out to our fan Malachi, who we play games with outside of this podcast. He did a lot of artwork for us, and so that's really cool. Subscribe to us on social media if you're interested. Join our Discord to see all sorts of other stuff. And visit our website, www.deepfrieddice, for some extra stuff, like rules for this system as well as information on setting stuff. And have a great night.